Explosives? Check. Dashing good looks? Check. And world-renowned skill? Check.
I've been playing Paladins since beta, back when there were fewer champions, fewer modes, and the game still had soul. Over the years, it became part of my routine. I wasn't a pro or anything, just a regular guy who found something familiar in the chaos of it all. So when Paladins went quiet, no updates, no dev notes, nothing, it felt like watching an old friend drift away. That was until the tweet. All it said was, "Prepare for Wekono's update. The end begins 0303. No links, no art, just black text on a gray image. Players on Reddit thought it was an ARG marketing. Some said it was fake, but I checked my client that night, and sure enough, there's a new update queued. Just 66.6 megabytes. There were no patch notes, the update installed faster than usual, and when I booted up the game, I was hit with the first red flag. The usual splash screen was gone. No high-res logo, no theme music, just a grayscale title screen flickering like an old VHS. The Paladins logo looked cracked, worn down, almost hand-drawn, and underneath it, in blood-red letters, version alt.0.0, Wekono's Wake. There were no menus, just a single button, enter the wake. Instead of a lobby or champion select, the game dropped me into a map I didn't even recognize. It looked like a corrupted version of Ascension's Peak, twisted and wrong. The sky was a static blood red. The buildings leaned at unnatural angles. A few low-frequency hum buzzed constantly in the background, like the server itself was struggling to hold the space together. I wasn't given a champion to choose. I was just there, autoloaded as a character I'd never seen before, the Hollow. It was a warped version of Victor, missing textures, no gun, and a face that was just a smooth void. His movements were slow and jittery. Every few steps, he'd pause and tremble slightly, like he was resisting something. She watches through your screen. There were no enemies, no objectives, no chat, no HUD, except the whispers. They started faintly, mixed in with the hum, then clearly, like they were something through a cheap microphone. Let her in. I tried to exit, but the menu wouldn't open. The escape key didn't work. Alt-tab froze the PC, my only option was to keep moving. Watches through your screen. The map felt endless. I wandered through burning temples and hollowed crypts for what seemed like ever. Past shattered statues of champions, Androxus impaled on his own revolver, Pip's lab charred black and leaking green mist. Shouldn't be here. Everything familiar had been defiled. Eventually, I found a shrine at the center of a massive pit. It was constructed from the dismembered weapons of the champions. Barrick's broken turret, Sky's shattered daggers, Ceres's cracked lantern. They were nailed to a stone altar, pulsing with red light. Watches through your screen. As I stepped closer, the screen glitched violently and cut to a cinematic. The cinematic didn't feel like the right word. It was a live-action video. It showed a dimly lit room. Someone hunched over a PC. Their screen glowed faintly with the same red light I'd seen in game. The camera slowly panned until it revealed their face. It was me. The person on screen looked like me. Same hoodie, same headset. He leaned closer to the monitor, eyes wide, whispering something I could not hear. Then, without warning, he turned and looked directly into the camera. Then he screamed. There was no sound, just that same reversed hymn from the title screen, rising in volume until the screen cut to black. My character was now laying face down at the shrine. A new objective appeared in crimson font. It told me to let her in. My avatar began convulsing. The Hollow began convulsing, glitching between models. His arms stretched unnaturally, his legs bent backward. The whispers grew louder. Then the sky opened up. Let her in. She descended. Wekono. Unlike any champion, any boss model, anything I'd ever seen. She was a massive shrouded figure, stitched together from cloth and bone. With arms made from familiar character limbs, her face shifted constantly, morphing between Saris, Aya, Maeve, and even Victor shouldn't be here, before settling into something featureless. An ancient let her in. Her mouth opened and outpoured static, screaming static. And then she touched me. The screen went black. It didn't end there. The game didn't crash. It froze. Mid-frame. I sat there motionless, watching that blank screen for almost a full minute before a new window opened. Plain text, black background. Told me I had seen her. That was enough. I closed it, shaken, and checked my install folder. Everything was gone. No exe, no save data. Just a file. Wekono watch.log. There's only a few kilobytes, and when I opened it, all it contained were cryptic timestamp entries. 3:33. Breathing heard. 3:47. Eye contact failed. 4:01. Connection alive. 4:10. User unaware. That night, I unplugged my PC. I couldn't stand to have it open. But the next morning, whenever I went to check, the Paladins shortcut still was on my desktop. I guess I hadn't checked for it before, but I didn't think it could have been there, given there was no exe. When I clicked it, half out of fear, half out of disbelief, it didn't launch the game. It opened a black screen. The same reversed hymn began to play, faint at first, then louder and louder. A new message appeared. Told me that she remembers everyone who played. I haven't touched it since. I don't know what it meant. I've tried formatting my drives. I've done it twice. I've changed PCs, but sometimes when my system idles, the audio kicks in again. A reversed hymn, creeping in through the speakers. Once, I swear my webcam light turned on by itself. It might not receive updates anymore. Paladins might be officially dead, but I know the truth. That there was a reason they gave us one last update. Why they didn't just shut it down. It wasn't for the players. It was for her. Wekono has awakened.